You still could get greedy too, because you want to talk. You still could get greedy for the replay. You want to still.
Hello, good night. Welcome to everyone. Welcome to another live from Pay to Deliver. And today we're going to be talking about how my day went, what I encountered, how much my shift was, and all of that. So today I wake up and I was trying to get a shift, and I actually got a shift for 4 hours for $94. Okay, so I think that was pretty decent for me. A 4 hour shift for $94, and I done it in just over 2 hours. So that was good. All right, so we're gonna jump right into it. So when I got the shift for VTX4, if you look to your right, you'll see the code every time you get a shift. You'll see the code. It says Pasadena TX VTX4. Okay, and this is a sub same day shipping. So from 3 a.m. in the morning, go right back till night. You can get orders from these sub same day station. All right. You want to pay attention to when you schedule a block and the station, because they have many drivers schedule a block and sometimes they drive to the wrong station. And then by the time you get to that station and realize that you're at the wrong station, you won't able to make it back in time to drive to the right station. All right. So you always want to pay very close attention to the code and where the block is located. So in the app, when you schedule a block, you could press go and it will navigate you to the station. I don't like to do it. I just take the address from the block, put it in my GPS, and navigate to the station. And then when I get to the station, that's when I use Amazon app and press go and press arrive, and then take a picture so it could identify who I am before I could scan my driver's license. All right. Now, I'm going to show you when you get to VTX4, there is two doors that's open, right? You have to know which door to walk through. So this door here in the picture, you will see 35 over the door that's open. Okay, you always want to go through that door because that's where you're going to come in, but that's not the door you come out with the cat. I'm going to show you a next picture now that will show you door number 40. Yes, okay, so 40, yeah. Door number 40, that's where you come out, okay? And when you finish uploading your stuff in the car, that's the same door you walk back to take back in the cat. Some people leave the cat outside. I mean, that's on them, but by right, you're supposed to, when you finish offloading your packages, you take the cats back inside. Okay? All right. So I'm going to show you now that when I got my blog this morning, I'm going to show you a picture of how before I organized them, I was numbering them and they was all just spread out in the back of the trunk of the car. All right. So this is how it looks when I was numbering the packages before I number them. So I have to be pulling them out of the car, scanning them, whatever number it tells me. If it's stop number 5, I write number 5, and I will put them in the trunk. Sometimes I put some on the ground. And then when I finish numbering all my packages, now this is what it looks like. So this is the trunk, now how it's organized. And then the next package, you're going to see the next picture, you're going to see the front seat. Okay, so you see, I have some on the floor, some on the seat, That way everything is organized and ready to go. Once I get to my first stop, it's just grab and go and scan. Okay, so my first stop took me about 15 minutes to get to my first stop today. It was an apartment, and I'm gonna tell you all something about doing apartments and give you some breakdown in a while. Okay, so when I love doing apartments first thing in my route because sometimes it depends on the apartment. It could take you longer by finding the apartment. All right. And today we went to Pasadena over by Sabre Road, not too far from Friendswood. That's where we went, and we had 49 packages, 47 stop, 47 location. Okay. All right. So when I get to the first stop, some of the apartments you can actually open the gate with a click from the app. And I'll show you that click in a minute where you can just press that click button and then the app will open the gate and then you could drive in. Sometimes it will tell you that you go to the right gate, but you will see it. So this is the picture right here. So you see, it says unlock. So on the app, once I press that, it will open and it says right gate. But it actually, the apartment was at the left gate, but it's okay. You could go to the right and go wrong and you'll find the apartment. Another thing I want to talk about the apartments was slows you down and slows me down this morning because my first two delivery was apartment. Then my third delivery was a RV location, but I'm gonna start from the apartment. When I get to the apartment, the first one, it shows the number. I took a picture of the number of the apartment. It will tell you 9105, stuff like that. All right, this is it right here. So this apartment is a perfect example. When I get to the apartment, it took me the most maybe 2 minutes or less, and I was out of there. You know why? Because on the right of the apartment, they have all the numbers that's located on the right of the apartment. And on the left of the apartment, they have all the numbers that's located on the left. So you don't have to think and guess and trying to figure out like where you're going, where the number is, or stuff like that. Now, when I get to the second apartment, it says, I think, let me put up a picture of the second perfect. So this apartment now, you see it says number 510 to 537. So I have to go now and searching for this apartment. And this apartment took me a little while because guess what? When I went to the first floor, one of the numbers says 517, 516. Then the next one says 512, 513. So that was very confusing for me, but I found it. But I wouldn't expect for first floor to says 517, 516, 513. Okay? So this was a little slowdown for me at the beginning. And then I move on to the next delivery, which was a RV. When I get to the RV location, they had about, and this is the RV place right here, it had about 7 codes for me to open the gate. I tried all 7 code and none of them work. So now that's where I got to make the decision whether I want to wait until somebody come to go in, or do I come back later, or do I call support? And mine, this is just my third delivery. I got like 40 something packages. So I got to make a decision, the best decision for me. So I decide I'm gonna wait at least 5 minutes so I wouldn't have to drive back to this location, or I could call support and let support make a ticket to return that package. Or sometimes support will tell you when you finish, look, when you finish delivering your last package, you could drive back to that location if you have time. So I waited 5 minutes, then this gentleman came up and he opened the gate, and that's how I delivered that package. And he told me that they changed the code. So the customer didn't update the code. I mean, there's nothing I can do. I just had to wait or again call support. All right. And then this morning was a little chilly out also. You will see here I had to dress for the weather. You always want to dress up with some proper gear, proper layer of clothes because it was really, really, really cold and you want to be comfortable. All right. So always bear in mind, make sure you put some beanies in the car or have one or two sweater in the car. Like my wife, she orders some extra beanie for me. Sometimes I have two beanie in the car, and it's worth having at least two, three beanie in the car because the other day I was doing a delivery and it looked like when I step out, I couldn't find my beanie and I had to do almost the whole shift without a beanie and the cold air was hitting me in my face. And then after I was like kind of feeling all stuff up. All right. Now, there's a box I wanted to talk to you about at the station when you're returning a package. All right. I know I've never used that box because guess what? If you come to the station and maybe the station is closed and you have one package and you're trying to make sure that no one steals or take up that package or you don't get dinged for that package. Not every station in Houston, Texas have it, but VTX5 I know for sure have VTX4 I know for sure have it. And this box here, if you have a return package, you just follow the order and the procedure, and then you return that package inside that box. Okay? Another thing I want to point out to you all is the GPS. With Amazon GPS, when every morning, every time I do a delivery, I never use the GPS to get to my first stop. Also, the GPS will take you to the toll, so you got to be aware of that, okay? So I always try to use my own GPS to get to the first station, to the first stop, and after I get to the first stop, then I turn on Amazon GPS and I continue using Amazon GPS for the rest of the shift. All right, so that's very important. Okay, so I wanted to let you all know about what you need to work with, and I was to get it together tonight, but I think I'll get it on another live, like the important stuff you will need, especially if you're doing an AM block and it's very dark and you cannot see. You make sure want to get that light. You always want to have a marker. You always want to have a battery. And you always want to be aware of your surrounding each and every time. All right. You always want to be aware. It doesn't matter if you go to that location every day, every time. You just always want to be aware because that one time, one time you slip up, a dog could rush you. Um, I like looking at the Amazon Facebook group. You definitely want to go ahead and check out the Amazon Facebook group because A lot of people ask a lot of important questions. A lot of people talk about, sometimes they say what happened to them on the 3 a.m. block. Shout out to all the Amazon moms who go out every day 3 a.m. in the morning. I know it's rough out there at 3 a.m. It could be very dark. It depends on the neighborhood they send you all. I just want you all to be safe. I know y'all grinding, trying to get make some money to feed or maybe pay a bill or do anything. But I want to say shout out, just be safe out there each and every time. All right. But we're gonna jump back right into the Amazon Flex and how you must always organize your packages. That will very help you each and every time. Every live, I'm gonna stress about it because that's the way you're gonna move quicker and faster. All right. Even down when I was down to my last 7 packages, if you saw a picture, I had about 7 packages on the front seat. I still have it organized. All right, down to the last. You have to keep everything organized because it's gonna make you move quicker and faster. When I done my shift today, I was remain like an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes or something like that. I remain. But the reason why I know I can finish that shift in 2 hours, but the reason why I went over the time again, you never know what you're gonna encounter. So the apartments slow me down, the RV slow me down. Some of the neighborhoods, the roads are bad. Also, some of the neighborhood, there are cars parked both to the left and the right. Okay? And you always want to be driving the speed limit. All right? And then the time that I got my shift today, then you have the school buses, you have kids going to school at that time. So you got to be careful. All right? Just be careful on the road. All right? So, right about now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna start and see if I could get a shift from now for tomorrow, but I will let you guys know for sure tomorrow what shift I got and how it went and what I encountered. I also want to say shout out to all the subscribers who is on this journey with me, paid to deliver. I appreciate each and every one of you for subscribing. And if you're watching this video, go ahead in the comment section and let me know what you would like to know. And it doesn't have to be only about Amazon Flex, all right? You could be a Uber driver, a favor driver, a DoorDash driver. Let me know in the comment section, all right? I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next video tomorrow.